And I'm very nervous for you. And I care about my brother. And I know the path he's on right now. And it's ruthless. You got to take him serious, Mike.
I take him extremely serious. These people don't take him serious. This is what I learned through my 58 years of experience. Anyone's capable of killing you. So you should be apprehensive for anyone.
Mike Tyson just dropped a bombshell on Jake Paul's upcoming fight with Andrew Tate. And let's be real, Jake is about to get roasted, fried, and served on a platter.
If you want to fight and you want to send a contract, send one to me. I will take a few weeks break from living my retired life to kick the living out of a goofy, entitled dickhead like you. You know my name, Andrew Tate. Google it if you want to know more. Any day, any...
Seriously, what is Jake even thinking? Winning against a 58-year-old legend doesn't make you undefeated. It makes you lucky to still be standing. Tyson didn't sugarcoat it either. He made it clear that Jake is about to get a reality check so brutal it'll leave him questioning every bad decision that got him here. Wait until you fight someone your age, Tyson practically sneered, and honestly, he's not wrong. Everyone is sick of Jake strutting around like he's the king of boxing, racking up credit he doesn't deserve. But now, it's Judgment Day, and Mike Tyson has officially spoken the truth. Jake Paul is about to be minced, diced, and exposed for the world to see.
Well, I don't see too many people critical about it. Look at this. Ha 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 ha.
Mike Tyson has finally spoken. And let's just say Jake Paul is about to regret every single ridiculous, staged move he's ever made. Tyson took one look at Jake's so-called boxing career and ripped it apart like it was yesterday's garbage. According to Tyson, Jake Paul isn't a boxer. He's a walking TikTok trend with gloves. A stuntman pretending to be a champion. And honestly, how could he not say that? Jake's entire career is like one of those cheap infomercials that promise the world but deliver absolutely nothing. Remember that fight Jake had with Tyson? Yeah, the one that raked in a colossal $18 million? It wasn't a boxing match. It was Broadway with boxing gloves. Critics dragged it through the mud, calling it a theatrical embarrassment to the sport. Tyson didn't mince words when he said Jake disrespected boxing legends, himself included, by turning the sport into a joke. And if you think this new fight with Andrew Tate is going to redeem him, oh buddy, strap in. Tyson made it crystal clear. This is Jake's last chance to prove he's not just a PR stunt wrapped in some muscles and a few questionable wins. Tyson went in hard on Jake's laughable excuse for a boxing record. Let's call it what it is. A reality TV lineup of washed-up retirees, D-list athletes, and people looking for an easy paycheck. Seriously, where's the challenge? Where's the competition? According to Tyson, Jake has never faced anyone who wasn't either already retired or just happy to collect a fat check. And let's talk about Tyson's own fight with Jake. Tyson, nearly 60 years old, knees that probably creaked louder than a haunted house, still gave Jake a run for his money. And what did Jake do? Walked out acting like he'd just conquered Mount Everest, as if beating an older, out-of-prime legend is something to flex about.
While you're next training, I know you're only 18 days away from a fight, but next time you're training and you want some sparring, fly to Romania and we'll spar and we'll film it and we'll decide if we want to release it or not afterwards. But I have no problem. We can have a sparring match anytime. That's easy,
let's
right?
do it. Let's do it, guys. I'm down for that, but we can't. Yeah. But we can't release it for free. That's like, it's like giving the people what they want.
Fans saw through that sham of a fight faster than Jake's fake "thank you fans" tweets. People called it exactly what it was. A scripted sideshow, not a sporting event. And the cherry on top? Jake strutted around pretending he had accomplished something monumental. Meanwhile, real boxers, the ones grinding every day in the gym, laughed so hard they probably pulled muscles. Tyson didn't hold back either, straight up calling out Jake for dodging actual fighters. Where's the McGregor fight, Jake? Or literally anyone who's an active competitor. And now, Tyson's take on the Jake Paul versus Andrew Tate circus? Absolute fire. He didn't even try to sugarcoat it. According to Tyson, Jake has officially bitten off more than he can chew. Andrew Tate isn't some retired bench warmer looking for clout. He's a 4-time world kickboxing champion, a guy who's been in more real fights than Jake has had Instagram followers. Tyson was quick to point out that Tate is the exact opposite of Jake. Authentic, gritty, and actually skilled. And just to rub it in, Tate has bet $3 million of his own money on this fight. That's not a stunt. That's the confidence of someone who knows what they're doing. Meanwhile, Jake's entire strategy seems to be dodge real fighters and hope no one notices.
And you turned on Netflix that night. We were like, holy fuck, I'm about to see the greatest live sporting event of all time.
Mike Tyson is on a rampage, and Jake Paul's fragile little brand is getting roasted harder than a marshmallow at a campfire. Tyson didn't just take a jab at Jake's boxing career. Oh no, he went straight for the kill, tearing apart everything Jake stands for. According to Tyson, Jake's career isn't about skill or heart. It's a full-blown circus act, complete with gimmicks, influencers, and enough viral nonsense to make any real fighter cringe. Tyson called out Jake's laughable attempts to mock boxing legends like Carl Froch, saying, "What does Jake Paul even know about real boxing?" Absolutely nothing. Jake insulting legends? That's like a toddler throwing shade at Einstein. Desperate, embarrassing, and honestly kind of sad.
Jake is actually quite a nice guy. I met Jake and he's actually quite a nice guy. I wanted to jump back in there and teach him all a lesson. And there were some fights on the card, some big fights for me being organized in November.
White didn't sugarcoat it either. And let's talk about Jake's fans. Oh wait, the real ones left a long time ago. Every time Jake brushes off criticism as jealousy, Tyson says he's digging his own grave. Nobody's jealous of a guy handpicking opponents like he's casting for a bad reality show. Tyson made it painfully clear, this fight with Andrew Tate isn't just another cash grab for Jake. This one could actually destroy him. Jake's entire reputation hangs on winning these made-for-Instagram fights. Lose to Tate, and it's game over. And that whole washed-up kickboxer insult Jake threw at Tate? Tyson practically laughed out loud. He called Jake's trash talk pathetic, pointing out that Tate, a four-time world kickboxing champion, has achieved more in 1 year than Jake ever will in his entire career of glorified playground brawls. Oh, but Tyson wasn't done. He brought out the big guns, dropping one brutal truth after another. Jake Paul, according to Tyson, isn't even a real fighter. Real fighters don't need clout, they need heart, Tyson said, roasting Jake's influencer antics to a crisp. He contrasted Jake with Andrew Tate, a man who spent decades perfecting his craft while Jake was busy filming YouTube pranks. And let's not forget Jake's desperate attempts to downplay Tate's skills. Tyson didn't hold back, calling Jake's mockery nothing more than fear in disguise. Deep down, Jake knows Tate is everything he's not: authentic, disciplined, and actually good at fighting.
Don't worry about Conor McGregor you up. Don't worry about Floyd Mayweather you up. You only want to lose to them so you can say, well, I lost to Conor McGregor.
And then, Tyson went for the jugular by bringing up their own fight. Remember that mess? Critics called it a tragic comedy, and they weren't wrong. Tyson, nearly 60 years old, rocking a knee brace like it's a fashion statement, still managed to give Jake a run for his money. And Jake? He strutted around afterward like he'd just won the Olympics. Tyson made sure everyone remembered how fans reacted: outraged, embarrassed, and thoroughly unimpressed. That fight was a slap in the face to boxing, and Tyson isn't about to let Jake off the hook for it. Now, with the Tate fight looming, Tyson warns that Jake's overinflated ego might finally meet its match.
You know what? I'm trying so hard to not start internet beefs. I'm really trying not to.
You could say Jake and Logan, man.
Bro,
don't worry about it.
No, I can't lie. Bro, I'm going through life. I'm trying to live peaceful now. I've got Fed agents in my house. Matrix is after me. I'm just trying to live peaceful.
But Tyson saved the best for last, his ultimate mic drop moment. Boxing is for warriors, not wannabes, he said, delivering a verbal uppercut to Jake's entire influencer boxing career. To Tyson, Jake isn't just embarrassing himself. He's tarnishing the sport's reputation, turning it into a sideshow for clout chasers instead of a proving ground for actual athletes. And this fight with Andrew Tate? Tyson says it's not just about Jake, it's about the future of boxing. Will it remain a sport of legends, or will it crumble under the weight of social media hype and meme culture? Tyson isn't just sitting on the sidelines for this one either. He's throwing his support behind Tate hoping the kickboxing champ can restore some dignity to the sport. Tyson believes that if Tate delivers the beatdown Jake so desperately needs, boxing might finally start clawing its way back to respectability. And with 65 million people expected to tune in, this fight is bigger than just Jake versus Tate. It's a battle for boxing's soul. Tyson doesn't think Jake can walk away from this one with his image intact. If Jake loses, and let's be real, that's the most likely outcome, the entire Jake Paul hype train crashes and burns. No more viral clips of Jake pretending to be the second coming of Muhammad Ali. No more over-the-top promotions trying to convince us he's revolutionizing the sport. Just Jake, exposed for what he's always been, a guy who turned boxing into a cringe-worthy social media gimmick. So, Jake, enjoy your last act while it lasts. Because when the dust settles, you'll be remembered not as a boxer, but as the guy who thought he could fool the world, and failed spectacularly.